Steph with Stefsonabudget. Welcome back for another video. I'm finally getting this up. No time like too late, but we are going to go ahead and put together my new budget binder. So this will essentially be my budget binder for 2025, but because of the way when I first started budgeting this way, the Budget Mom releases her stuff in October. So my new budget book always starts on November. I think this year what I'm going to try to do, since I am creating my own from scratch, I'll just have November through, December of 2025. That way I'll start on a January in 2026. We'll see. At least that'll be the plan. But I've got some things laid out here. So we did do a video like this together last year, and I thought it would be fun to do it again this year. So I'll kind of walk you through how I set up my budget planner for the year. I will typically purchase a big happy planner. However, this year I did not find a happy planner that I liked, which is pretty unusual in all honesty. So I thought, okay, well, I will just attempt to make one from scratch. And honestly, usually when I buy the happy planner, I only need the cover. The discs are nice, though I do change out the discs because I need this expander size versus a big will typically come with the classic size discs. And for a full year of budget planning, I need the expander discs. So usually I'll switch those out. So basically when I'm purchasing a happy planner, I am really just utilizing the covers and the months, and then I take everything else out. So there is kind of a lot of waste. So, we'll eliminate some of that waste as well, which is kind of cool, I guess. And then I don't feel like guilty and have to hoard all these planner pages that I probably likely won't use. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So there's no way around it. I'm going to have to reveal the cover. I did drop a little hint for you guys the other day. The cover I have right now is very seasonal. So it's only going to last me a couple of months, and then I will be on the hunt for a new cover. And I have one, but I think I'm going to use that for something else, and I'll show you guys that at a later time. But I think eventually my plan is going to be just to make my own. And in order to do that, I just need to upgrade my laminator, which I need to do anyways. So I'm not too worried about it. But let me show you the cover that I am gonna have to start with. So let me move some papers. Dun, 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 dun. Here it is. Oh my God. It's so stinking cute, right? So it goes like this. Oh boy. Hold on one second. Close my door because my dog's barking at nothing. So how freaking cute is this little ghost, this little gingerbread man? And then the inside is kind of this Christmassy plaid. So it is very busy, very festive, very vibrant, but I absolutely love it. So I'm going to use this one for November and December. And then come January, I'll want to find something else. So this cover I purchased off of Etsy from I want to say it's My Magpie Soul or something like that. I'll definitely have the shop linked down below. She has tons of cute options that are really whimsical like this. So this is going to be the cover I'm going to start with. I had purchased these gold plastic expander discs on clearance at Hobby Lobby, $6.99, you guys. That's a steal. So I've had those kind of in my, I don't know, in my stash, I guess, if you will. And let me adjust you. I knocked the camera and I think I moved you out of the way a little bit. Okay, so I was gonna go with the gold, but I don't know if I will like that all year. And I have these these metal black ones from last year, because this year I have purple ones on. So I think I'm gonna just go ahead and pop the black on because it'll pretty much go with an interchangeable cover. I'm excited to be able to change out my cover too a little bit, so that's super fun. Although the gold is pretty, you could get away with pretty much anything in gold too. I am gonna go ahead, I think, and use the black. So the first thing we're gonna wanna do is go ahead and put these covers together. So we're gonna slip these guys on. and hope I don't, last year when I was trying to put these on, I kind of chipped my cover a little bit, although it didn't hurt anything. So just try to be gentle. So let me know what you guys are doing. The Budget Mom has a physical workbook again this year, but I've been loving just the printable version. I really love the disc system as a left-hander. It's just everything to me. So I really like this make your own method. There it is, you guys. That is so cute. I'm so excited. And normally I'll tell you, when you have these discs brand new, that like the metal discs, the pages and stuff are really hard to turn. Somebody last year left me a great tip that if you have new metal discs and you kind of rub them down with a cloth a little bit, that'll really kind of get them warmed up and going, and your pages might flip a little bit easier. But there we go. Yay! Cover is started. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way just for a quick second. And I'm going to bring in this massive pile of mess. So like I said, what I use is the Budget Mom workbook. I just use the digital or printable version that she has. I don't know if a new version was released based on her new workbook this year or not, but the one that I have works perfectly fine, so I didn't feel a need to purchase or even look. I'm just going to use the one I've had. There are so many budget sheets out there, you guys. Most of them are pretty darn similar to what the Budget Mom has, so I feel like for her entire workbook and everything you get in it, is a really great deal. I haven't looked at the price. I think it used to be about $27-ish. So I think for what you get, it's great. And this budget really works for me. So I'm going to just stick with what's working. So I am going to go ahead and only do the first 3 months in this book. And I'll kind of explain why. So I've got November, and what I have printed out is the paycheck budget tracker and then the cash envelope breakdown. I have 3 paydays in November, so I have printed out 3 of these. I'm going to go ahead and punch this. It's pretty noisy, you guys, sorry. And I have a big Happy Planner punch. This thing is terrible at more than a couple pages. So if, you know, there's other models out there where you can maybe punch a little bit more, but this is what I have. So I'm just going to do 2 at a time because otherwise it's really hard. So I've got 3 of these because I have 3 paychecks that are happening in November. So that'll be a magic month for us. That's exciting. And what I have them flipped this way because I need to punch this side and then this side. So that's why these are kind of facing inwards. I don't print mine double-sided because I don't use heavy enough weighted paper to where things don't bleed through, and using the highlighter method, I have bleed through. So I just don't print double-sided. You certainly could to save on paper. It's no big deal to me. Or I could have upgraded my paper, you know, quality, like the weight of my paper to prevent that a little bit. But I'm just going to use up what I have on hand. So the next thing I'm punching are the expense trackers. So that's what you see here. And I'm going to, normally in the past, I have printed 3 sets of these. 1 for each payday for my checking. And then I would print a 3rd set because here's what I do. Like this will serve my checking for 1 paycheck, and then I would do it for 2 times or 3 times. And then I would print a 3rd one for my cash envelopes for the 2 paydays. Well, I wasn't really great this year at tracking from my cash envelopes. I hope to be a little bit better about my tracking this year. But I had a lot of kind of wasted paper, if you will, and I did try to save it. I just have to find the stash. And so I'm just kind of printing. I started with printing the minimum, and I already know I need another expense tracker because I forgot to print the 3rd payday one for November. So, you know, that's the other thing that's nice with the print and go is I can print more of what I need, print less of what I need. I can really make my budget book custom to how I use it. So I really like that. So that is November. Let's go ahead while we've got everything and just keep punching. This is going to be December. And let's see, this is also December. So another, I get 2 paychecks per month typically. So December is back to its usual 2, and then I should have 2 of the expense trackers as well. Now, when I was printing December, I messed up, as you can see, and when I went to print, I kind of entered some wrong page information, and it was printing all this stuff, and I was like, what in the world is printing out over there? And I was like, oh no, I must have hit something wrong. So I do have a 3rd expense tracker for December, funnily enough. So we'll just go with it. And then, oh, that's why, because it printed everything like twice. So I actually have 4. You know what? I'm going to go with it because if nothing else, I do for my, what I'll use this for is my Christmas spending tracking. So I try to kind of track what I spend for Christmas. 1, it helps me like stay in budget for Christmas spending, but 2, it also helps me prepare for how much realistically I need to try and budget for the next year. So typically what I'll do is I'll write my starting balance that I saved for Christmas, and then I will write down all of my Christmas purchases, and it gives me an idea of, you know, what I spent and where I kind of need to be for next year for saving. Okay, and then I accidentally, normally I would print these 2 forms, so we didn't see them for November because I was actually planning to, I wanted to try to find a different like debt tracking form where I could see a little bit more information on this one page, but this one printed on accident, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it for now. I still haven't quite found what I'm looking for a debt tracker this year for 2025. I might just end up creating my own in all honesty, but for now, we'll just go with this since it printed. And if I have something else developed or found, and then by the time we get to it, then I'll switch it out. Okay, then I accidentally printed this Where Did My Money Go, which I, again, am not too upset about. I actually do want to try to be better. When I first started the Budget Mom, I did do this form religiously, or attempted to, and this year I didn't do a single one. So this page is nice because you can literally track all of your income ingoing, and then you can see how you spent your money for the month. Were you in budget for your household? Were you in budget for gas, takeout, et cetera, whatever your categories are. So you can kind of compare what you budgeted to what you spent, and where you're at. So that's a great little sheet that I actually like and just need to commit to being better. Okay, next up is January, and these ones are just kind of a little out of order in how I printed them. It's no big deal. I've got 2 expense trackers to start with, and it's, you know, once I have this, you know, you guys, it's nothing to just pop in there and print a few pages. Okay, next up we have January's budget tracker and cash envelope breakdown. I'm going to have 2 of these for our 2 pay periods in January. And I'm just going to start, like I said, with November, December, and January, and then we'll go from there. So this is my second one. So let me punch this one. Okay. And we are done with this massive punch, I think. I'm gonna just set it to the side. Okay, so I did order some tabs for the month. These were pretty cheap. I think I got them for like $4 off of Amazon. Are they my favorite? No. Are they gonna work? Yes. So this is what I ended up going with. And so we're gonna put these together, but I wanted to show you, so the second piece that I typically need from the Happy Planner is the monthly spread. Well, I have made my own in Canva, and let me tell you, I even kind of started with a generalized monthly template in there, and oh, you guys, I was still like, took me all freaking morning. You're gonna see this video hopefully late this afternoon. I was hoping to have it up for you like late morning, early afternoon versus when you are seeing it, but this took me forever. Just getting like the structure right, where it looks good in Canva, but then you print it and it's all off the page or wonky or whatever. So, but I am super excited. So I've went ahead and designed my own monthly spreads. Now the Budget Mom obviously has a monthly calendar in her digital workbook, but I like a more vibrant, festive color versus what I have in my download. Not that hers is ugly or anything by any means, but it's, you know, just kind of a wash and then usually has like a little quote. So I kind of liked the idea of being able to make it whimsical and, you know, images that I like. So this is November's. So we went with fall, and I just loved these little fall umbrellas and hot cocos and stuff. And then when you open it up, here is my monthly calendar spread. And you're probably going, how could that have taken you all day, Stephanie? Well, it just did. Okay, you guys, getting it like lined up and oy vey. And then even here, I don't know why it does this, but I even selected, so it just puts this edge. You know, it's my personal planner, so it's not going to bother me, but you know, this might irritate other people. So my image kind of just gets set to this border for some reason, even though, and it's even more noticeable unless when I print, I hit fill page, and this is the fill page and it still doesn't fill the page. So it kind of left this. And then once I hit filled page, my boxes were all cut off. So I had to go in and make some adjustments, but I eventually got there. The first ones, my boxes were like way too small. I was like, nope, that's not going to work either. But I finally got it. It looks like this. I'm really happy with it. I've got my monthly spread, my calendar. It's undated. So, you know, I will go in and I have tons of date stickers. So this is going to allow me to use some of those up. I was also able to get a little dot grid on here, which I love because I love to make notes in kind of a side margin or a sidebar. And then I can just, I have tons again of like monthly and date stickers that I'll use to kind of jazz it up. So this is what I ended up with, and that's my monthly spread. It's just blank on this side. So this is November. I'll put a little tab on here. So let's go ahead and get into these guys, y'all. I'll edit out all that crinkling. Look, I got a mustache sticker. Thank you for shopping, Mr. Penn. It means a lot to us. Kaylin. Oh, that's cute. It's like, must be a little shop. Okay, so it comes with, it looks like 3 pages. So you get kind of you get all the months, you get the seasons, you get some blanks, and you get kind of some prompts, notes, you know, goals, that sort of thing. That's cool. I like the goals one, and you get 3 sheets of those. So these are open and ready to go. I don't think I'm ready to use them yet, and I'm going to hang on to this because I'll want to put some of these back. But for now, let's just set these to the side. Okay, so there's November's monthly. Here is December. So see how I can kind of make them whimsical and festive to what I like. And then you open it and we've got that same monthly spread. And then this was January's that I decided on. She is so super cute. And there is my monthly spread. So let me let's finish putting this together, I guess. So let's get the book back out and we'll open it up. I'm gonna shift all these papers over this way. And November is gonna be the first month that we start with. So let's go ahead and put in November. And it's always fun getting these started. So the monthly calendars I printed out on cardstock because you need those to be a little bit thicker. So cute. There's November's. All right, that's the monthly. You know what? Let's just go ahead and put these in, and then I'll break them up and put the pages where they need to go. So let me know in the comments below, you guys, have you started thinking about your 2025 budget yet? I like to have, the other thing that's nice to have set up a little bit early is because then I can really have kind of my goals planned out and ready to go as well. So let's get into November here. And I believe this should be November's pages. Looks like it is. Okay, so that's an expense tracker, expense, and then these are the paychecks. Okay, let me get all these in. Now this is not printed on cardstock. This is just on, I'd have to look at the weight, but it's not just your standard. It's a little bit heavier than just your standard like printer paper, you guys. Let me get those lined back up. And as your book gets thicker, if you decide to make one this way, as your book gets thicker, it gets a little easier. So, okay, again, my pages are gonna turn pretty easy because I've used these discs for a solid year, so they're all warmed up. But there's our first November payday. There's our second November payday. Oh, this is so fun. I just love when you get to start with a fresh binder. There's our third one. There's our first November expense tracker and our second, and I'm gonna need to go and print another one. And then we are on December. So there's December's monthly calendar. So let's get between December and January. And this is gonna be December. I'm gonna have a little bit more going on in this one. All right, this is that, where did my money go? So like your monthly breakdown, if you will. Maybe I'll try to kind of film some videos doing that to help me stay on track a little bit. Actually, I don't want to put those in yet. All right, just try to break this up a little bit. Okay, what are you doing, Stephanie? You don't know. All right, let me figure out these papers, you guys. What needs to go next here? Okay, so next it would be the debt and then the expense trackers. So that's these. I'm kind of building it back to front for the month, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Okay, so there's those. Let's see. This, it's because I got all these extra expense trackers on accident for December, but I'm going to try to make use of them. Try to be better at tracking my envelopes this year, and I need the one for Christmas. I definitely will utilize that. Okay, and then these should be my paycheck. We'll just see. We're going to flip through it and we'll make sure we got it all lined up correct. Okay, December monthly. Paycheck budget tracker, good. Paycheck cash breakdown, good. And then we should have expense reports. We're gonna have a few extras here, but that's okay. And let's see, okay, so there's those. And then we get into the debt payment plan. I print this, I don't track our net worth right now, but I do use this liability section. This is where I track the balances going into the next month. So this is where I would list my debts and the balances going into January. So I know what I'm taking over into the next month. So I do like this page for that purpose. And then I have the where did my money go, the monthly budget breakdown, and then we are in January. I will probably, now that I'm looking at this, I will probably make some sort of like what we call currently page in the Happy Planner world. And that looks like this. So this is my budget book for 2024. And it usually has this page here, which you don't really need, but there was a couple months where I was kind of working on some goals and doing almost about a little bit of a monthly breakdown here. So I might develop something like that for myself there. But yeah, so that's kind of what I mean by currently page. So we'll see. Okay, so here's January. That's super cute. She's cute. There's our monthly, and then we'll put together our month here. I think these are the paycheck trackers. And I don't know, I might, so I just have the 3 months. I might add a couple more months in here later on, but we'll see. And I didn't print any accidental sheets here for January. I caught myself. So January, okay, should be good. So there's the month. We've got the budget, the cash breakdown. There's for our second payday. Now, what's nice about this is if you get paid weekly, you can, have multiple of these. In the physical workbook, I really liked the Budget Moms physical workbook, but I had way too many of these and not enough of these. So that's another kind of nice feature for just printing out your own. So expense tracker, and that is it for now, you guys. So she's gonna start out pretty thin until I get months added on. Normally I print the whole year at a time, but I'm just gonna kind of do a couple of months. That way I'm hoping I'll have a little bit less waste. So the next thing we'll wanna do now is kind of put those monthly tabs on so I can easily identify where we're at in the book. So let me grab those sheets back out. And this is November, so I'm gonna start with November. Oh, good, okay. These are fairly sturdy, which is great. Now, let's see. I'm gonna turn the book this way just for a minute. I think you're still on screen, so how does this go? Oh, I almost, see you guys, I almost didn't do that right. All right, so we want this to, you know what? Let's do this. I gotta get, oh, sorry for that loud clank there, but I've gotta get this about, yay, I almost put it up to the edge and then I wouldn't have had a tab. Okay, and then that just folds over. And there is November. It's not bad. I think it's gonna work. Okay, December. Also, I might get, this is cardstock. Like I said, I might get some heavier weighted cardstock, just kind of not filling. Because normally I can really tell the difference in the monthly versus my regular pages. Okay. And this is just, you guys, this is just how my brain works. So oh my gosh. I need all this concentration to get the sticker in the right place. Okay. Now that blue tab obviously doesn't match my monthly spread there, but I think it'll be okay. We could make it work, right? Okay. It's still fun. This is fun. I'm having a good time. I'm excited to kind of have come up with something, right? And at least I like what I'm looking at. So, okay, so that's December, and then January. So let me just kind of line this one up, you guys. Let me just get an idea. Not that it's really gonna matter, because eventually some will be covering, Okay, got that on. And then we'll fold that over to the back side, and there is January. All right, friends, there it is. What do you guys think? Not too bad all in all, I don't think. Did I stick that one down too far or what? Maybe it's just, I don't know. It'll be fine. It's fine, Stephanie. Don't be anal. Okay, there it is, you guys. I'm super excited. So we've got to start. Now, I am ready to work on November, so I thought we could set this one up together. So let me kind of gather some stuff. It'll be a little bit of a longer pause for you, but through the magic of editing, I will be right back. And we'll at least sticker it up so we can kind of see what it looks like. And then if the video is not running too long, I will fill out November's spread with y'all. So give me a second. All right, friends, I am back. So I went ahead and pulled out the November monthly spread here. And the more I'm feeling this, I am gonna try to find a heavier pound cardstock, but for now it's gonna work just fine. And then I have this Mojo Jojo Plans Date It book. This is her Date It book 1. She has a couple of variances. Her books do sell out. I will link her website down below. I couldn't answer if this is in stock. I've had this for probably a couple of years now, you guys, but it's a great little book. It's just filled with nothing but dates, months, you know, days of the week, that sort of thing. So this is what I mean by it's no problem for me to like redate or date a spread, if you will. So I have the calendar days here, and I like a Sunday start. What's also cool about making your own is if you're a Monday start or a Tuesday, you know, maybe you want to start on a Tuesday, you get paid on a Tuesday, you can totally do that. But I'm a Sunday start person, so that's how mine is. And you guys, I'm already I can tell these tabs are garbage, so I'm not even gonna bother linking them. I keep having to like repress, they're not gonna stick. So I will try to find something better, which makes me happy because I think I want something a little bit bigger anyways. But this is November, so let's see if we can find the months here. And I have several. So I think this one will fit here just fine. Let's go ahead and we could put that on there. Now, also after I printed these few out, I realized I had maybe more room down here and less up here than I wanted. So I did kind of shift it down and tested it with my fill page to make sure it was gonna look good, and it does. So I think in the January one, I made that adjustment, but that seemed to fit just fine, which is good. But I do have like some larger ones that I think wouldn't quite fit there, and that's why I made that adjustment. All right, so I need to look at a calendar. I have my iPad here in front of me, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the calendar so I could look at November. And November 1st is a Friday. So we're gonna start the 1st right there. And this little bit, so you guys, this book is great. Like she gives you, there's just like endless dates. And then it gets into like the dates. So I have some big ones on clear, on paper, and she's got a couple different font styles. There's these smaller ones here, which I'm thinking I might use. I mean, they're pretty tiny. And then it's like this different font. I know you probably can't see it very good, but I'm not like a fan of this font, honestly, but it'll, you know, I'll use it. So let's see what the numbers on this one looks like is what I'm trying to get to. That's kind of a, like a scroll. How big are those gonna be in there? Are they gonna take up too much space? Oh, decisions, y'all. Okay, I've decided sorry for the editing. Stickering, I would be a terrible plan with me on video person because I am so indecisive with stickers and all of that stuff. So see what I'm saying? Look at that. That's already like popped up for like the millionth time. Grr, get on there. Okay. All right, so the first starts on Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and sticker up these dates, maybe pop on a little bit of music, speed you guys up, because this bit will take me a good while.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And
okay, friends. Took me forever. It was hard to get those stickers off. Apparently, there was a very good reason why this page was torn out. Like, I wouldn't have been able to get those numbers off. And I am realizing, too, I have 5 weeks, which is pretty typical. But thankfully, if, you know, November had 31 days, which it doesn't, but if it did, I would have ran out of a box. So I would have had to come and do a half box in 31. But so I might, this is kind of why I just wanted to start with a few months in case we need to make adjustments. So I might maybe make these a smidgen smaller, maybe add a box. That way I have, you know, I don't like those half boxes, but if I have to do it, I will. So we'll see. But look at already just adding the dates, and our month up there has really helped us to, you know, it really looks like it's coming along here. So it started off pretty plain and it's coming together. So I could put some numbers up here to make 2024. I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. And so next step for me would be on the monthly spread to go ahead and fill in my monthly bills. I am gonna go ahead and do that with you guys today because I do need to get my November spread done, because I'm gonna be budgeting next week for my first November paycheck. So I'm behind, typical Stephanie. So let me grab what I need for that and we'll get that piece going. All right, friends, so I'm gonna go ahead and stack these up just because you know how I am. I need more than one paper to write on. And I'm gonna use my cute little Harry Potter pen that my friend Jenny over at the Dramatic Panda sent to me. Absolutely love it. So we're gonna start here. Oh, actually, what I actually really need to do, because that'll make a difference in where I add in my mortgage payments, is I need to put in my payday stickers or write in payday, but I have some stickers, so I'm gonna grab those. Okay, friends, I had to take a quick peek at just double checking what my paydays were. So my job always puts out a like year of paydays, so you can see for the whole year what the paydays are. And I always print that out and stick it in the front of my budget book. So when they release the one for 2025, I'll go ahead and pull it out. But I just peeked in my my current planner, and I am gonna get paid on the 1st. This sticker book is a really old one that I got at Michael's. And these are my favorite payday stickers. And as you can tell, I'm almost out and I can't find this book anymore. I think they don't make it anymore. It's just kind of a bummer, but that's okay. Okay, so I get paid the 1st, the 15th, and I'm gonna put the 29th, though I will likely get paid the 27th because this is the Thanksgiving holiday. And so payday typically happens a little bit earlier for Thanksgiving. But because I'm not 100% sure, I'm just gonna put it where it normally goes. Boop. Even though I think my calendar even says we get paid here, but that's okay. Okay, so the reason I do that is because I split my mortgage payment up in 2. And so this is the first thing I like to do, because then I know where I need to put my mortgage payments, because I don't withhold them on a certain day. I withhold them on a payday. So let me go ahead and start filling this in. I'm gonna just fill out this page and then we'll swap to the other. So I'm gonna turn you a little bit just for my funky left-handedness, put back some music on, fast forward you, and get this filled out.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll.
All right, friends, we got there. My pen was being all kinds of silly, so I had to, I tried a million, those didn't work, so I had to go hunt down my good yellow pen that was out in the garage. But I started to write half payday instead of mortgage, so it looks messy, but it's all good. I know what it says. And so it is ready to go. Now all I have to do is kind of calculate out, and I would use the highlighter method to go ahead and structure what bills go to what payday. So what I mean by that is I would pick a color for the payday on the 1st, and then I would go through and highlight every bill that needed to get paid on the 1st. And same with the 15th, and then again with the 29th. So this video has probably run long enough at this point. So let me go ahead and slip November back in, and I'm gonna go pop back onto Amazon and find some better tags, because you guys, look at how many times have you watched me fix this, and now I've gone and sealed my pages together, so that's uber aggravating, and I will go see if I can find something better. So that's already kind of one downfall for not having my traditional happy planner month, but that's okay. That's it, you guys. That is setting up my new binder. I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and super cute. I love that I'll be able to change up the dashboards the way that I like them, change up my covers a little bit more often throughout the year. Let me know what your guys' plan is for your 2025 budget planner or budget book. You know, in all honesty, do you need all this? No, just a simple piece of paper, a notepad, and a pen, and you can get started. But this makes it fun, and she will thicken up, as you can tell by my old binder from this year. But I'm gonna stop it there, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to stick around, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.